Hey everybody, this is Container Chick. Yeah, this is my face. It's today's the 22nd of September, and I have not given up on summer. So in my mind, it's still summer. People think that it's not summer, it's fall because it's like 56 degrees this evening. But this has to do with gardening, but not gardening. I'm in West Orange, New Jersey right now, and I'm waiting for my daughter who is getting up from work, and I'm sitting in the car, and it's like 11:20 at night, and I'll usually be out here. I'll be in my house, right? And so a couple came out of the store, and they were getting in their car, and I'm not paying any attention because I'm on the phone with a friend. And next thing I know, I see in my peripheral vision the guy, or a guy, I don't know if it's the same people, he comes up to the window and he's like doing the motion to roll the window down, and I'm like, nah, no. And so he's like, no, I need a jump. So I'm on the phone with BP, Big Papa, my friend, and he's like, baby girl, don't give him no jump. I said, I ain't about to. So I waved him off and said, no. So looking around, there's other cars and there's men out here, you know, and this is 2022. You better call AAA. Now, that's what this is about. Not even want to help your fellow man. Now, my problem with that is that there's so many scammers and everything. You just came out of Burlington, if it's the same couple, and y'all got like 8 bags, right? But you don't have a car battery that works, right? And then Big Papa's like, no, plus we don't do that. He says, you're driving what you're driving. You're driving a BMW. You're not going to open your hood at 10 o'clock at night or in the daytime, right? And give nobody a jump except yourself. So what, when you got your senses, your instincts or senses down, what, the girl jumps in and drives off? I was like, no, that's not going to happen either, because I am not getting out of my car to help you. It is a shame that you won't, and you don't feel comfortable doing so. And it is also night. And in my mind, you know what? I have an older car, you know, I have a jumper, automatic jumper, you know, and then the guy didn't have cables. So what makes you think I got some cables in this 2022 car, or whatever year this is? Okay. And the battery's in the back. So I am not getting out of my car. And BP is like, you're not getting out of that car, baby girl. I was like, you know me better than that. He says, even him, he drives a Ford truck, and we argue about if Fords are better than Dodges, and we fight to the death about that. He says, I have my own battery jumper. I was like, yeah, everybody has those. They're like $100. He's like, no, mine's $150, because you got a big Ford F1 2900, whatever it is, right? He says, no, people don't have that. They have their own jumpers. Like, you mean you're shopping in Burlington with 90 bags and you got a bad car battery? Like, go to AutoZone or someplace and get one. But by the same token, there's men out here. Why would you ask a woman? Now, I'm not even sure if maybe it's a gender neutral thing. Maybe not, because you're still going to be out here. So I'm not sure. I don't know if he saw me sitting in the car, but the common sense, and it's not common, says, do you ask a woman with a Bentley to give you a jump? And does a person with a Bentley give you a jump? No, I am not driving a Bentley. Because if I was in a Bentley, somebody be driving me. That's not the point. But no, and hell no. Right? And so if these were women, still, I think I would probably still not do it. I probably would say, let's call AAA, right? And you can also call AAA and join on the spot and pay them. Or you can use your insurance. Most car insurances in New Jersey has a tow option or a lockout option, where if you lock yourself out the car, they'll come and put you in, or they will give you a job. I know mine does, right? And I didn't know that for years, that's one of the options in the car insurance package. You know, all these papers they send you to renew, you just pay the money. Like, you don't read all this stuff until you need it. And they're like, oh, they'll come and give me a jump at any time, or I just have to wait. So that's one of the options too, if he has car insurance. Now, maybe he doesn't, which brings me to this. You don't have car insurance, you're over here shopping. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm getting old and crotchety, right? But some things don't make sense. You ask a woman in a late model car, whose battery is in the back, by the way, to give you a jump at 11 o'clock at night. You're still waiting, right? It's a bad attitude. You know, I don't like this. I'm not from this. You know, I mean, we're in this world we're in. I'm still here, thank God. But I don't know, man. It's like the attitude you have to have if somebody roll up on you, as my friend Rochelle would say. If somebody rolls up on the front of my car and they're carrying on trying to get, I'm gonna make them a hood ornament, a hood ornament. I'm like, OMG. Like she's like, no. She drives this Ford Explorer Sport, and it's a nice car. It's a nice truck. Her late hubby, he had it custom made or something, and all the men love this truck. They're like, you got the limited edition XYZSP. I don't know. We women, we put gas in this puppy, and we drive. I've been better over the last 6 years of cleaning my car. And I was real bad at it. Cleaning the outside. The inside, I do my own. But I remember my husband's car was always clean. No matter what he drove was always clean. My car was like, okay. He's like, baby, there's like a chicken growing in here. I'm like, I know the kids got their stuff. So, you know, I kill myself. And my neighbors, their cars, dudes next door on both sides, their cars are always sparkling clean. You know, most guys' cars are clean outside and in. Women cars are clean too, but a lot of times it's like they'll clean the inside. Most women don't want that. I know don't want you. They don't want you to clean the inside of their car because you drop earrings, you might drop a $20 bill between the seat. You're looking for some change, you know, to fill out the bosom or something. So you don't do that. But yes, he literally asked me for a jump. And then Big Papa's like, he's on the phone. I'm talking to him on the speaker. He's like, baby girl, you don't be giving nobody no jump with what you're driving. I was like, you know what? That didn't even dawn on me. But you didn't even have to give baby girl this advice because I ain't getting out of this car. Which brings me to this. We were talking about a whole bunch of things. We talk about a lot of things. And then we get into an argument about something on my nerves, that Leo spirit of his, just like the sun does not come up without his opinion on everything. So BP was saying to me, BP is Big Papa. That's my nickname for him. And it is because he's a big dude with a big stomach. He's like 6'17" or something, right? So BP said, baby girl, he's out of his mind. I was like, I know. And we were talking about a whole bunch of things and the world that we're in and the spirit of things, you know. And I was telling him that I was outside the house one day and I saw the witnesses were doing field service again. He says, yes, we started September 1st, because he's a witness. So, and he's not a pioneer, but he's a witness. And I said they were saying, oh, can we come in? And I was like, no, you cannot. You know, because some people, I don't know, people have done it, but they may pretend that they are a witness to gain access to your home. Now, back in the day, you know, my grandmother was, somebody was always home with her, and my mother will come, can we come and give you these books? Sure, you know. The Watchtower have very good articles, right? Or you would even let them in your gate, on your porch to talk with you, and in your house if you were feeling froggy. Nowadays, I don't want you to stop on my street. We are in a situation, we're in a pickle, right? It looks like I'm laughing about it, but that's just my way. I sometimes I laugh so I don't burst out into tears, you know? And I probably need to do the tear thing and then stop being so anal about, you know, being crazy because you need a good cry. But you don't do a good cry because you just don't, nobody let you cry, you know? And so, yeah, you don't want to let people in your house. I remember my stepdaughter said, if you want to waste gas and you want to waste time, go to Dana's house unannounced. She will not let you in. You do not. I'm not letting you in. I'm sorry. I'm not letting you in. I'm not giving you a jump. And people have been nice to me. They have been helpful to me. But I probably would defer to calling AAA or calling the insurance company or calling a friend. I have been blessed that I haven't had to do that. But I'm not letting you in. I'm not getting out of my car to give you a jump. I'm not letting you fiddle underneath my car to get yourself a jump. Don't come in my gate. Do not come unannounced. My nephew came to my house. I hadn't seen him since he was a little boy. He came to my house with a friend, unannounced, and I was chilling on my couch. And it was summer. And I opened the door, left the security. I was like, hello. He's like, hi. I just wanted to say hello. I'm in the area. I have friends around here. I was like, oh, hi. Is everything okay? And he said, yes. I was like, is everybody okay? I didn't talk to the family, right? He said, yes. I said, cool. He just wanted to say hi. I was like, good. Hi. And I said, listen, kind of busy. I got to go. He said, all right, take care. I said, you too. I got back on my couch. I did not open that door. I did not open my security door. So, long story short, some time went by and we reconnected recently this summer. And he said, you hurt my heart. I was like, what? He said, you did not let me in. I was like, Negro, no. I have not seen you since you even, so much time had passed that he had a driver's license, had graduated, was working someplace. The dude's an electrician now, and you showed up at my door. I knew who he was, of course, but it is my sister's grandson. I'm like, you're a little boy. Last time I saw you, I know you live 2 cities away, but dude, I'm not letting you in. I said, plus something else happens, right? He said, you hurt my heart. I made a bet with the people in the car. I was like, it's like, oh, my aunt lives there. It's like, I don't know who lives in that house. And it's like, yes, I do. Watch, you can go by her house, blah, 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 blah. And he said, you didn't open the door. And they were like, Negro, you lying on people, right? So he said he was so mad. He said, my heart was hurting. I was like, it wasn't personal. It was not personal. It wasn't something to have to do with your funky ass mother. Oh, excuse me. With your mother or your funky ass grandmother. Excuse me. Yeah, that's a plug. It's a plug. I'm not gonna lie. It had nothing to do with your people, right? Because I don't mess with them. But it had nothing to do with you, you know. It's just that I don't open my door. You cannot come here unannounced. It's the oddest thing. My older daughter, she hasn't done the drop-in, but if she comes, and she lives in another state, and she comes here, she better have her old house keys because she ain't getting it either. I'm sorry. I'm just checking this door. She's not getting in either. You bet have your house keys because you're not getting in. Okay? We ain't letting you in. I ain't. Okay? Alone. And it's the odd thing too. There are times that I'm always busy doing something. Don't sit down. Need to sit down. So I was sometimes lay on the couch. TBB watching me. And I have this couch and it's red, and it's a killer couch now. The couches get old, you get a killer couch, you can't get out of it. But I'm sitting there, laying there, not just stretched out, and things were clean. The house smelled like furniture polish, right? So I'm laying here watching TV. It's watching me. You know, you watch the episode of something on Netflix. Now you on episode 6. You don't even know what happened with 3 and 4. And it's summer, and the house is nice and shiny and everything, and warm. Next thing I know, somebody's ringing my bell. I'm like, who is ringing my bell? I had another friend who was notorious. If he's in your city, he'd come to your house. I'm like, you can't come here. I said, you did not call. You could have called and seen her. I was home. No, I saw your car. I don't care. All right. So you're not letting you in. So he goes and gets in his car and calls me on the phone. Oh, hey, how you doing? What's going on? I was like, I'm sleeping. I'm laying on the couch sleeping. He's like, you know what? You're a fool. I said, I am dead serious. You don't do that because I'm not letting you in. There is a comedian, Italian dude. I don't know his name. I just saw it recently. And he said, back in the day, you were happy to get visitors. You know, old lady down the street come by, or somebody happened to be in town. It's like, oh, let's go by the I don't know, the Sant'Eligio's house. Let's go by and see. You know, let's go by the Santorini's house. And people would come by your house and you'd be happy to see him. I was like, oh my God, it's so-and-so from downtown. And you'd let them in and you'd give them tea and you'd tell them to have a seat and you'd catch up, right? He said, but nowadays, when somebody rings your bell and people sitting in the house, it's like, okay, everybody hit the deck. Turn off the lights. Don't say anything. Shh. He said, and the one person who's upstairs will come downstairs and say, hey, what's going on? Why is it so dark down here? And they say, shh, be quiet, hit the deck. Because you don't know who that is. You don't know who it is. And anybody that knows you, they should announce themselves beforehand. You don't know what people are doing. They damn sure ain't going to feed you because we didn't know you were coming. Because back in the day, my day, in the year 2, not even the year 1, they always had these dishes for company that never came. There was 100 of us, but they always had these dishes in the break front. You know, not my mother so much as my grandmother always had these. My mother had the dishes. Who had the dishes for company? They had stuff that you never used and plastic on the furniture. Like my house, we eat off of every plate, and maybe we're heathens. We use forks. If they get lost, I'll buy some more. right? If the glasses get broken, I'll buy some more. They may be Mitch Mac, whatever, but no, like, I'm not saving this for those people that may come. And nowadays, you don't want to let people in your house, so those people could come only want to. They not getting a glass of water because I don't know that you're coming. Plus, you know, it's rude. I think it's rude. So, and I would hate to need a jump or some help because people have helped me again, but still, you're like afraid to help people for your safety. And there's a lot of people on these TikTok or YouTube videos that they have the ring bell and they're letting the people in. Some guy was ringing these people's bell and they did have a ring bell and it recorded everything that was happening. And the husband or the guy in the house opens the door. So the guy steps in. He steps into the house. And the guy's like, what can I do for you? Oh, I want to go upstairs. He's like, no, who are you? What do you want? Who do you want? I want to go upstairs. So he has to push the guy out, him and his wife. And I'm like, dude, why you didn't even open the door? Like, and then the guy starts pushing against the door. I was like, yeah, okay, push against this door and see, don't you be a victim, okay? In my house. I'm sorry. Someone comes in on you, God forbid, you go for broke. There's no negotiation. I'm sorry. Now, I've said it several times and I pray it does not happen, but there's no negotiation. Oh, let me in, I'm not going to kill you. No, you already violated, right? And women, yes, in your home, don't negotiate. Let him knock you out and rape you, whatever he's going to do, and kill you because, oh, you're going to take his word that he's not going to hurt you? No, everything in your home is a weapon. I must have 1,000 plans. I will miracle grow whatever I'm using, philodendron your ass, snake plant you. Listen, I can clean up. I'm sorry, all right? And it's terrible, you know, that we have to be in fear. I had a person working in my house and he said something and I got pissed off, right? So he's not doing the work for me anymore. But what happened was, I don't know what we're talking about. I probably made a video about this too. And he said to me, oh, out of blue, he said, yeah, because it was a saddle or something had to be fixed. Oh, we're going to fix the saddle. I got to wait till I get a little well, whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. And then he's like, yeah, because you don't share because you got so many locks on your doors. So I was like, what? He says, you don't share. I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying. So I do Luigi, jump over a barrel of a conversation I don't want to indulge in. So I said, okay, so how are we going to do that saddle? He's staying on the subject, right? And he's like, you got some, so you just don't share. And I was like, I don't understand what you're saying. He said, when's the last time you've been penetrated? I was like, what? I was like, you know what? I have a phone. So he's like, you have a phone? You mean phone sex? And I was like, no. I said, I can call somebody. I'm a woman. I can get a man over here within 15 minutes when I have sex. When's the last time you've been penetrated? He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, whoa, my ass. You're asking me a question. You are out of line. He's like, no, she's got so many locks on your door. So here's the question. I'm going to beg the question. It didn't dawn on me until he said it, that people notice that. And the kind of people that notice it are kind of people that's kind of about that kind of thing. I counted the locks on my doors, my entry doors in my house. And there are, and I'm only sharing with the world, just to give an example of what may or may not be okay for whatever person in this situation, we are in. I'm trying to keep my hair from blinding me, but I counted them. And there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 locks between my front and my back door to get into my house, right? I'm not giving you an idea of coming in my house or whatever, but just as an example. So when I gauged that question to people that I know after telling them that story, they were like, why the F is this person counting the locks on your doors? That's number one. Number two, it never dawned on me how many locks you're supposed to have to get into your house when you leave your possessions, right? And your body when you're sleeping, right? So my friend, one of my friends, my associate, she says, well, from my house, we have a screen door that has 2 locks. They have that entry door. They have a screen door with 1 lock. Then they have the entry door, because this is a 2-family. There's another tenant that lives there that has 2 locks. Then when she goes upstairs to her apartment, she's got 2 locks. So that's 2, 4, 5 locks, right? And so does the tenant. And she says, and her terrace door has a lock. So that's 6 locks. And she's on the 2nd floor. She says, still people climb. I'm like, you're right? So that's 6 locks she has. Now, I'm in a house, so I've got 2, 4, 6, and the security door. I'm sorry, 2, 4, 6. I've got 7, right? I've got 7. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's got 6. I've got 7, right? Someone else I know, I told a story to, who knows that person, said they only have 2 locks. And it's one of those, they only have 2 locks, and there's one of those doorknob locks, and then there's one of those key locks, and they live in a building. I was like, oh, so maybe that's why he thought that I had so many locks. How many locks do people have? Your car door has 4, right? Well, the newer cars, they have the driver's side or the fob, but it's 2. We have the fobs now. This is 2022, and then your key, whatever. So a car has the key and then the 2 doors. So the passenger and the driver's side, if it's an older car or truck, and then you have the key, right? So that's 3, right? But unless you have a Flintstone car, you got like 4 ways to get in there with keys. So my question is, how many locks should be on your door? And should you have that many locks? Because we are in 2022 and you must secure yourself and your life. And the ring, forgot about, I don't know if the ring bell makes a difference. That's a bell. That still gives you an added layer of security to know who's coming in. And if you have first floor windows, they've got locks on them, hopefully, right? If you don't, I remember back in the day, they had people that had police locks with the pole that slid. So even if somebody tried to kick, they couldn't really kick because it's a metal bar. They had those. And if you live on a lower floor, you have a terrace door lock, right? To have 2 locks to get in your house doesn't seem like a lot to secure your place and your space, your place and you. And she said, my friend, she said, it's very astute of him to notice. So the sharing part is like, I couldn't get that because maybe I was being blonde. So once I did get it, I said, well, when's the last time you've been penetrated? I said, and how dare you get up out of your lane? How dare you ask a woman that question? As if you're a candidate. You are not. And it's the odd thing. Someone else asked me that, but in a different way, right? And they'll think because of your status, whatever, no, that's none of your damn business. Or did you have sex with this person? That's none of your damn business. That does not mean I'm going to have sex with you. Okay? Or if I'm having sex, like, who asks people that? And then it made me feel like, do you look like an idiot that somebody thinks that that's okay? Let me go back. Do I look nice? I don't think so. I hope not. Some lady at work was like, oh, because so-and-so's scared of you. I said, people aren't scared of me because they like me. So she kind of had the puzzled look like, what does that mean? What it means is that people don't like you. So the ones that like me, apparently I'm not that scary, okay? I'm not scary enough for some stranger to ask me to give him a jump in a parking lot at night, and there's only like 8 cars out here. Like, no, I'm not giving you a jump. You had bet he would still be out here at night. He better get a tent. Okay, Lead Farmer has a lot of information about getting yourself ready for apocalypse and whatever else, for whatever's out here. You better carry your bug out bag in your car so y'all could be or your sleeping bag. I got a sleeping bag in tent too. It's not in my car, but not yet. But I'm not giving you a jump. Plus, I don't jump cars. Not with this car, not with any car. Now, God forbid I need a jump. I would be like, see, you should have helped this man. I ain't helping you. All right? So you can help yourself? No. And somebody counting the locks on your doors, you know what? He's never working in my house again. All right? With that being said, I beg the question, how many locks should be on your door? And do you give people on your doors? And then do you give people a jump who needs a car jump? The man, I don't even know if the man had cables. I don't care. I carry any cables around. I don't need them. I have some for my other vehicle, but I don't carry no cables around in case you need a jump. Or I need one, because I don't think I'm going to need one here. All right. And it's not a brag. It's just the truth. So how many locks do you have on your doors at home? All right. How many, and that's your security, right? But if you care to comment, just let a sister know, because I'm curious. Even at the gym, I belong to a gym. It's like a city in California. I don't use the lockers unless I'm showering there. And I live so close by that I don't shower there or anything. And I only go there because of the treadmill. I need to ride the treadmill and the bike because mine are both broke, whatever. And I will do that for a little bit. And I have my purse right next to me, or my bag, you know. And if I should need to change and shower there, whatever, I will put it next to me, you know, because they will break in your locker. And some things, you know, you leave everything in your car. And it's just what it is. Like, you know, I don't know how to explain it. And I'm not going to be apologetic about it, but I just thought it wasn't that smart. And I think too, you know, not having faith in your fellow man is pretty bad. But I'm not going to, hey, you cannot slip. You cannot slip. Do not slip. There's a thing, I'm coming up on 30 minutes, but there's a thing that we say often, all these cliches that don't make any sense. One of the things we say very often is, oh, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Why would you give someone the benefit of a doubt that you have about them? Because you don't know them. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt. How about that? I'm going to wish you peace and hair grease, and suggest that you live from the ground. Thank you. Peace out.